All right, welcome back to the Happiest Sad Person podcast. Allie here, migrating to calling myself Alessandra for writing purposes. So dealing with some dual names at the moment. But with me, as always, not as always, but on occasion, and he is very relevant to this discussion today, is my brother Nate. How are you?
Good. How's your night been?
Good. Busy, but also
Yep.
loved the classic Sunday. And yourself?
Not too bad. Just started this first day of this challenge. You kind of had us start.
Yeah, so we're doing a 10-pound in a month, ideally, weight loss challenge. Um, and I think the impetus for this challenge, Nate, if you feel comfortable for sharing, uh, is a now infamous photo.
Just a sad photo. Um, Laying on the couch, see my stomach out underneath my shirt, and I'm like, this is it. Weight loss needs to happen now.
And yeah, and I, ironically enough, so Nate and I live in different states, but weirdly, one of my dear friends, Abby, her cousin, works with you in Detroit. And so I received this photo out of the blue from my friend Abby, and I thought nothing of it. I just thought it was funny. But then I was like, oh, wait, if I were you, I would be not thrilled
Pretty
by that
unflattering.
photo. Yeah,
So I was
not,
like, okay. So I was like, I was like, it's one of those. I feel like I've been working from home the past 9, maybe 10 months. And then usually at work in the office, I would try to like, oh, go for walks at lunch or try to be more active. But now I feel like I've been super sedentary. Haven't done much. Like, I don't know why. You think some people are more motivated at home, but to me, it's harder to like have a reason to, I don't know, work out or do something. So I feel like it's just caught up. And now I'm like, okay, something needs to change. And I can do like spurts of I'll go for running for maybe 3, 4 days or do a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups, but nothing continuous. And also nothing diet related. I've never even tried anything diet related. So I'm not even more interested on like the exercise part, more so like the food part to me is the most interesting.
well, you're always very naturally regulated with what you eat, but I'm excited to just do this in sort of a vacuum with this 1 month challenge. I had helped you calculate your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories that you need to exist, to breathe, to sleep, to just be a human being in your body.
And it's not like the bare minimum. It seems like it's enough to be like comfortable. Like when you gave me the number, I was like, okay, it's not like you're gonna barely be able to make it through a day. It seemed like
Yeah, I think that's a misconception. I mean,
normal.
let me put in a disclaimer. I am not a nutritionist, a personal trainer, a dietitian, any of the above. So everything I say, take with a grain of salt and do not use it as medicine. Um, but yeah, people need more dense calories than they think they do. They say, abs happen in the kitchen, but you can also eat more whole foods as long as you're doing some sort of movement to counteract, calories in, calories out. You don't need to starve. And also that brings down your metabolism, and it brings down your base level of calories that you can consume without gaining weight. So that's what a lot of people, whenever they binge and eat a ton and then like, oh, well, I just won't eat hardly anything for a month, that destroys what then becomes your base weight that your body sort of gravitates toward. The way that I've sort of understood it with researching all of this.
Okay. And then like my premise to you was like, okay, 1 month, I'll see, can I lose 10 pounds or close to it? Just like what can I do in a month following some routine? So I'd want to go from 190 pounds to 180 to kind of give perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious of how this would go, mainly focusing on like the diet piece. And you told me based on what is it from a website?
Yeah, anyone can calculate their basal metabolic rate or BMR. There's a million calculators out there on the internet. I mean, they'll all vary somewhat, but try the first three that come up on Google. I'll put a link below to the one that I used, uh, and then you can sort of go from there for calculating how much exercise you do to then be in a calorie deficit.
Gotcha. Okay, I think you told me, so in 1 month time to lose 10 pounds, I'd have to keep my calorie consumption at 1,800 calories.
Mhm.
There's also like details of how much fat and protein you should have, but basically it's 1,800 calories.
Mhm.
Um, Assuming I would do 3 times a week, I would do at least 30 minutes of inactivity to get my heart rate up.
Yeah, so
Um,
you need to be sort of not, sweating and really feeling like you're exercising. Minimum 30, ideally 45, and then if you really want to push it, an hour.
okay, that already takes into account like if I walk every day for an hour.
Yeah, I calculated it. You can choose whenever you're calculating these things the level of activity you naturally do. So if you're sedentary, meaning you do nothing, you sit on
Yeah.
your computer 24/7, you work out 1 to 3 times a week, you work out 4 to 5 times a week. Um, and then they have varying other levels of sort of more extreme exercise.
Yep.
So yeah, it all depends. So that's why when people say there's one way to lose weight, not at all. You have to factor in so much of your body composition and what you do already to make an informed choice about how to make sustainable weight loss, because you can easily just eat grapefruit and egg whites and lose weight, but you'll probably lose a lot of muscle, and then you'll just binge, you know, the rest of the way. So then you'll just gain that weight back. And a lot of it would be water weight anyway.
No, I'm interested. The hard thing is like I guess like if you go out to eat or well, I guess you're not going out to eat right now, so it makes it easy.
Hmm. Or if as much as this is not like the best option, a lot of popular food chains, like if you go to Chipotle, they have a calorie, I think online they have a
Oh
calorie
yeah, you could find it
content.
all. Yep.
So if you go to a franchised restaurant, you probably will be able to find calorie content. And also you can do the best if you really want something, don't deprive yourself, because then your brain will latch onto that thing and it'll ruin that day for you. So eat the thing and then look up online, what was in it and the best guesstimates of sizes to calculate calorie content.
Yeah, I'm interested if after like I know I'm assuming there's going to be days where I definitely just don't or am not able to like keep it within the framework, but like just seeing if after 1 month if you have less of an appetite or you don't like if you just build I guess it's building a habit. So maybe like I don't eat much from like 8 in the morning to like 4. I might have like a yogurt. I just don't like eating in the morning.
So you sort of
It's
intermittent
just
fast without realizing it.
without just because I'm not that hungry. But at night it's like probably between like 8, maybe like 7 p.m. and like 11 p.m. Just like
Mm.
snacking. So I feel like this will help build a habit of getting used to not snacking at night. And then after a month of this, say say I go from 190 to 185. Say I don't even hit the 180. But if I feel like don't have the habit of eating that stuff late night, I think that'd be a big help. Like a
Yeah.
permit, like a kind of like a permanent change.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle change. That's why I don't like the word diet, because I think that immediately puts into your brain that this is temporary and then you can just go back to being crazy and eating everything that you want all the time 24 hours a day, which for me, when I started thinking of it as lifestyle and making the better choice, that's when I got way healthier personally. But that's just me.
Yeah, And we were talking about like, oh, it'd be cool to maybe do like, and you might do it, but like for me to do weekly check-ins or bi-weekly check-ins, I was like, it might, I feel like I would have more motivation giving it results of how this goes for me in a month. And then after 1 week, seeing like, oh, like nothing's changed. So I feel like it's like, I think that'll help keep me with like a long-term view of,
Hmm.
okay, I have a whole month. Even if after a week or 2 weeks you're not there, I think it's easier to stay motivated when you're like, okay, I have 30 full days. I don't have to worry after 7 or 14.
Yeah, and your weight fluctuates, a little bit anyway. So, I mean, I'm also participating in the challenge. I am not going to reveal my starting weight, but I will reveal um, how much weight I lose throughout this month, if that makes sense. And then we can do also, we didn't discuss this yet, but we'll discuss it now. Proportionate to our body weight.
Okay.
If whoever loses the most weight, what do they win?
God, can't be money. That's too easy. Is by win you mean that whoever loses has to give the other person
It doesn't
whatever
need to
is.
be a traditional win or lose. It could be the person foots the bill for an activity or a thing or do you know what I mean? Or like so it's still like a sort of a you get
Oh
something, but you
yeah.
might have to pay for it as like an activity or something or a thing.
Okay. I've always wanted something whittled out of wood. So if I win, I
Really?
want you to,
Why?
you'd have to whittle me something out like a little pencil holder, a little paperweight. It can't just be a piece
Uh,
of wood. There has to be something whittled out of wood
fine, fine. This is
that
if
I could either put on my desk and looks half decent, or I can get use out of. Like maybe you whittle me a pencil, put some lead in there.
and if I lose, which I hope to God I don't, I will
Do you want
post a
something
picture
whittled?
of this on my Instagram. What?
Do you
Um,
want something whittled?
what's funny is I wanted to have a fresh conversation with you on air, sort of about what was going to be the winning item. Yeah,
So,
let's
so
make this weird. Let's make this Amish country.
you want something
Um,
whittled? Okay, so
yeah, I,
percent. Okay, so whoever has the highest percentage of body weight
highest percentage of
loss.
body, yeah, of weight lost according, and
Okay.
I'll give you in private because I think most
Yeah.
girls do not want their weight in public.
Well, I trust your
I promise you.
percentage. You just give me your percentage. I'll count. Mine's pretty easy.
No, I'll give you. I don't care if you know how
One.
much I weigh.
Okay, then we'll share the percentages at the end.
Hmm.
Winner
Yep.
takes all.
Winner gets a whittled item.
I'm going for 180, but I think I'll end up at 184. It's my guess.
Hmm. Okay. Do you weigh yourself in the morning or at night?
I don't, but I don't usually weigh myself, but for this I will. So I'll do it.
Can I make a suggestion that's fair? You weigh
Yeah,
yourself in the morning after
okay.
you use the restroom. So that
Oh,
way you're at an even,
okay. I'll weigh myself in the
because you weigh
morning.
more at night.
I'll weigh myself in the morning once a week for this 4 week span.
Yeah, that's also what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll do one. I'll do my baseline tomorrow. It's going to be like 190, give or take a pound.
Okay. So are we starting officially today or tomorrow?
We'll do it tomorrow. I'll
Okay.
weigh myself tomorrow. So I'll be like 188 to 191, probably 190. Okay, and then every week I'll do it just to track myself. And then end of the 4 weeks, I'll four weights. I'll give you those, and then we'll have the final calculation.
Deal. And I hope you don't have any reason not to trust me, but I completely trust you.
Yeah, no, I've
It's what's the point? I mean, honestly,
unless you really want something whittled, that'd be like the
no,
only thing.
I'm like sort of a nerd. I like winning by merit. I have this
Okay,
weird
yeah,
aversion.
I trust you.
Yeah. Fun fact: I cheated once in Spanish Catholic in Catholic school. but only because literally the entire class would cheat as a group because the Spanish teacher had a nervous breakdown every other day in class. I don't consider that cheating because the entire class did it as like a group. Like literally someone would go up to the board and we would have a teacher instructor cheat us essentially. So but yeah, that's the only time I've cheated, and it still haunts me to this day.
Okay, then if you do episodes between now and that month and I'm not on any of them, I'll shoot you some updates. So a couple weeks you can give my update for me before one of your
Perfect.
other episodes. But no, I think this is cool. It's gonna be what now till mid-January. The Christmas week will be the toughest for me.
Yeah,
Maybe you not like you don't eat
I can't
like
really eat
cookies
much.
and desserts that obviously aren't vegan. Like having all that around, I feel like is tough.
Yeah. By the way, I have my champagne, so we're christening this challenge like a I don't have a bottle to break against a
Ah,
boat, but
yeah. Here's some hot tea.
L'chaim. Um, yeah, that this is technically kind of clear, but for me, and what I think will, in my opinion, make this fair is if you stick to clear liquor during this challenge. Alcohol is wild in late.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna drink much unless I come home and like have some beers. I think I'll probably just drink only a couple beers. But I don't like I actually don't like vodka. So I don't think I could I mean, what do
What
you
about
but
gin?
don't I like gin, but you're saying you just drink it plain?
With tonic water, or sometimes I'll drink it with water. I mean,
Doesn't
water
like tonic water has sugar in it though, right? I guess if you're not
it
putting
has,
much in there.
what is it, quinine or something?
I don't
It's
know.
soda water is technically the best. Pellegrino. Um, basically, I'm doing, if I was really strict when I was working with a trainer, I was doing one drink a week of soda water and vodka. Um, but things are different now. You know, there's
Yeah, I think what I would do is I'd rather just have like one good IPA. I'd rather drink what I want and just only have like maybe two of them.
no, that's fine. And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to say like don't have this. I'm just saying for fairness. I don't
Yeah.
want, do you know what I mean? Because I'm cutting out beer completely and alcohol makes a big difference. So I just wanted to make sure, do you know what I mean? That because a lot of my weight loss then could be from, because I'll admit I have been indulging a lot because,
Well, it doesn't matter where it's from, right? The numbers are the numbers. Whoever has
no, I
better
know,
numbers.
but I just still wanted to, again, make this as fair and even as possible.
No, no, I get it. You gave those numbers in the beginning, like in this calculation of like how much protein you should have,
Macros,
how
yeah.
much sugar. I'm gonna watch the sugar a lot, but I'm mostly my strategy is gonna be just be within the calories.
Hmm.
Like I'm actually probably gonna focus all on that and see how that goes.
Yeah, I will probably do a mix. I just know that my weakness, sugar is not really a concern. For me, it's carbs. I am so guilty. I will eat bread in some capacity for every meal if
Yeah,
I'm really out of control. For some reason, I've always, and I also think it's very easy as a vegan to just then lean very carb
it's
heavy.
like tortilla chips and potato chips. Like that's all I eat at night. So I feel
Oh,
like by all I eat, I'm not saying I just like make a huge bowl of tortilla chips and salsa every night.
sometimes that's what I do. It's
But I
bad.
think that's the easy thing to grab. Maybe now during this, I'll get like. That's the other thing though. When you have a specific calorie challenge, like a little bowl of peanuts, technically peanuts
A lot
are
of
like a
calories.
lot of calories. So
But
man, I
again,
don't.
always make
Maybe
a
like
choice whenever you're making a macro choice, lean towards protein. If you are going to up the calories, you could eat nuts because then you're having some healthy fats and protein. Do you know what I mean? That's when you factor in macros.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You better 200 calories of peanuts over 200 calories of potato chips, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
you're saying? Okay.
yeah, that'll make a bigger difference, and it's small, but it will make a difference.
What about like even like fruit? Fruit has a ton of sugar,
You
right?
cut it with a protein. So whenever you're eating fruit, add a protein with it to sort of balance it out.
Gotcha.
So peanut butter and bananas, apple and peanut butter, um, nuts, like a little bit of trail mix with berries or something.
I think the best bang for your buck food, especially for this, is yogurt. If you can eat yogurt.
Yeah, I recently, weirdly enough, vegan yogurt's now very popular. And strangely enough, I was going to have a vegan yogurt snack later tonight.
Icelandic Provisions Skyr yogurt. You heard of
I
that?
I fell in love with Icelandic yogurt when I was in the Reykjavik airport.
That that's like the best. It's like 130 calories. I only know because I looked at the container today for the first time. I was like, that's I think the most filling thing for your
Least amount of calories.
yeah. Like if you're gonna eat something at night or in the morning, like just grab a yogurt.
Yeah, and to cut back, maybe I guess this works better with like oatmeal or something, but if you want sort of a more filling food,
Oh, oatmeal. I'll probably start eating more oatmeal too. That's a good one.
add and then to make it really balanced, have oatmeal, blend protein powder, chocolate protein powder in with it to get a lot of protein.
Mm, I'm
And
not gonna
then
do that, but
you won't?
no, I see your point. I'm not gonna buy chocolate protein powder, but I
Okay,
could
well,
see how that'd be a good.
it just helps with if you're going to do any sort of big exercise, it helps with weight
Mm,
recovery and it helps build muscle.
gotcha. No, that makes
That
sense.
added. Yeah, but um would you add peanut butter to it?
No, if I made oatmeal, I would just eat like throw some cinnamon on there, cut
Mhm.
up a banana.
Gotcha. Would you add flax to it that you can't taste?
Yeah, if I had it, we don't have it, but I would. I've had flax
Might
before.
my
Yeah,
suggestion would be to get
yeah,
flax because you can't really taste it and it adds protein.
yeah. No, I would do that.
You're making again that more balanced meal so you're going to be satiated longer and you're um it everything just sort of breaks down better when you have that more even balance of the different types of food.
Yep. No,
But it's your life. Do you know what I mean? I'm just giving you suggestions of the things that I
yeah, I'll
do
probably
know.
get a little creative with it, so we don't eat the same thing like every day.
Yeah, see, weirdly, I like eating the same thing. Like for me, I'm actually kind of excited that this knocks down I mean, naturally I eat about 5 foods anyway, but this is going to be good because I prefer when I don't have to think about what I'm eating for dinner or, lunch. I usually I'll probably have a smoothie probably 25 of the next 30 days in the as like my breakfast. Um, I just feel like you get decision fatigue and I feel less exhausted making no choices when it comes to food.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, may the best person win? I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be very close. I think whether we hit it or not, I feel like it'll be like 1 percentage point off. That's my guess,
I
but we'll see.
agree. I'm also curious um muscle, if we gain muscle, that's going to counteract weight loss.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
Curious.
one thing. In this case, yeah, we're not taking into account, but yeah, that could have a big influence. Like if you actually started working out way more this month, you might get burned on the percentage if you did gain more muscle. But
Yes,
in
you
this
might.
case, we're just like say, hey, this isn't the best comparison of being healthier. This is just pure, just to make it easy,
Yeah, I mean,
percentage weight loss. That's it.
yes, if we were really
Yeah.
going to be technical about it, we would do body fat percentage, which is, calculates muscle mass and body fat percentage. So you can truly calculate how much fat you lose, but you either need to go to a doctor or have a very expensive machine to calculate it properly. But, and also, those are sad numbers to see. When I worked at a medical spa, we had one of those calculators, and getting that printout with that information was so depressing because it calculates it in each arm, each leg, and then
Yep.
when you have uneven limb, I don't know, it's just depressing.
That's why we're not even gonna worry about that. Just quick and easy.
All right, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll give you my weekly updates.
So will I. So next Monday will be our first updates.
Perfect. I'll send it your way.
Awesome. All right, Nate. Well, this is going to
Good
be,
luck.
yeah, good luck. You're the best tribute win.
I know. I was trying to think of the Hunger Games reference. I was like, what do they say?
Oh,
May the odds
I
ever be,
volunteer
yeah.
as tribute.
No, may the odds be in your favor.
Oh, may the
That's
odds ever be in
when
your
he said that. I
favor.
was trying to think of it. I was like, I can't think of it.
F.E.
Yeah,
Trinket. May the odds ever be in your favor.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, yours
classic.
too. We'll see.
All right, this is going to be a quite an event, and this is check-in one. So thanks for listening. I think I'm going to have this as separate episodes. So if you are also on a weight loss journey, email questions, concerns if you want to join in the challenge at 11jacobsa@gmail.com. I'll be posting here and there on Instagram about it at the Happiest Sad Person podcast if you want to give us a follow. And yeah, cheers, Nate.
Yeah, it'd be cool if someone else joined in. But yeah, have a good night.
Thanks. You too.
Talk with you soon.
Sounds good.